You're not running a nice service, are you? You're not seeing it at the moment. Okay. I was just about standing about with the camera, basically. So I'm just leveling it up there and have a check with it. There you go, fine now.
Last wee bit of business. You might be the only
warm welcome to the open house of the Cup tie Alloa versus Cove Rangers. Today's team, Cove Rangers, number 1, Stuart McKenzie, 3, Harry Mullen, 4, Connor Spilling, 5, Scott Ross, 6, Ryan Strachan, 8, Blair Yule, 9, Mitch Megginson, 10, Jamie Masson, 13, Ronald Callister, 20, Ross Graham, 24, Fraser Fivey. Substitute 11, Nathan McIntosh, 16, Seth Ross, 21, Barrett Demis, 22, Connor Smith, 25, Cammy Logan. Alloa, number 1, Neil Parry, 5, Andy Graham, 15, Nicky Jameson, 3, Liam Dick, 8, John Robertson, 22, Ray Grant, 6, Steve Hetherington, 20, Cameron O'Donnell, 7, Kevin Colley, 10, Alan Troughton, and number 9, Liam Buchanan. Substitutes 31, Chris Robinson, 18, Blair Malcolm, 17, Lee Connolly, 25, Ian Lynn, 19, Robert Thompson, 12, Stephen Strugal,
Yes, so you'll get the audio from me, but you should be getting
your
the
official
feedback
referee,
through
David
from me.
Dickinson, the assistant, Scott McLeod, and Bob McKean. Thank you.
And it doesn't bother me much if I don't hear the commentators, but I'm sure the supporters will.
Scottish Cup, second round.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Underdog Stadium for today's second round Scottish Cup tie between Alloa Athletic versus Cove Rangers. You should see the teams on your screen today. I'm joined by Brian Roach. Brian, how are we?
Hi there, how are you doing? First time at the house this week, so I'm looking forward to this game. Should be a great game.
I'm really looking forward to it as well. Two really high-flying teams. The return of Paul Hartley, of course. How good is it to see him back and the dugout?
Yeah, great to see him back. Obviously, he's the modern-day Bill Shankly at Alloa, so yeah, it's great to have him back. He's kind of responsible for kind of most of our successes in the last decade. He kind of laid the foundation for that, and he was a great manager for Alloa, one of the best in the club's history, and yeah, great to have him back.
Yeah, definitely is one of the best. He'll be joined by Tam Ritchie and Alan Combe, who will also be returning, as well as Mitch Megginson, who we'll touch upon a little bit later on. But the big news in the Alloa team is the return of Alan Troughton. How big a boost is that for Alloa to get someone of that calibre back in the squad?
Yeah, so what we've been saying the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it, that we've had quite a few injuries in the middle of the park when we were just starting to get that groove and that balance. So good to have Troughton back. He's a big player for us, so that's a big bonus for us today.
Yeah, it is a big bonus, and obviously Stefan Skugo comes onto the bench as well, another option for Alloa. But we were saying pre-match how good it is for Cameron O'Donnell to keep his place in the squad. Been very impressive over the last couple of weeks, and with players coming back, we maybe thought that he'd be an easy one to drop out, but rightfully so, he keeps his place.
Yeah, I mean, we see he's developing every week. He's obviously benefiting from getting a run in the team, as players do, and it's a nice touch for the manager to keep him in, and it kind of shows that he's playing a big role in this team at the moment. So great to have him back in and remaining in the team.
So we have faced Cove Rangers once, one only time in our whole history, back in 2016. It was a 4-0 win for Alloa that day. Spence, Kirkpatrick, Graham and Lane were on the score sheet, but they've come a long way since that day. They're Highland League champions, League 2 champions, and now high-flying in League 1 as well. Mitch Megginson's obviously the standout in that team, isn't he? He's the one that you've got to keep an eye on.
I mean, we were talking about it before the game there, or before we came on. Megginson can kind of score for anywhere. He's obviously proven himself at Cove Rangers. He's scored a hatful of goals every season at all levels since they've progressed up the leagues, and he's definitely their danger man today.
But you look at that team as well, and you've got, like we said pre-match before we came on air, proven goal scorers. Rory McAllister as well, maybe not quite the player that he was back in the day, but got on the score sheet last week and still a massive threat.
I mean, McAllister's a guy that, as we say, he'd be a threat to any team, when he plays. So you're right, I don't think he's as good as what he was. Maybe he's kind of lost a bit, he's getting on, but his goal record at Peterhead, I think we looked at it before we came on, it was better than 1 and 2, better than 1 goal every 2 games. Phenomenal goal record, and we'll have to watch him as well today.
Yeah, absolutely. Here come the Alloa team out for this Scottish Cup game. Just the one change for Peter Grant's men, and that's the one we highlighted earlier. It's Alan Troughton in for Innes Murray. we're awaiting the visitors as they come out. Just one change from their win last Saturday against Peterhead. Connor Scully comes in for Leighton McIntosh. We're all set here for Scottish Cup action as Alloa look to reach the last 32, something they have done in the last 6 out of 7 seasons, and Cove Rangers will be looking to create their own little bit of history as well and finally beat a team in the top 2 tiers of Scottish football in this competition. Looks set to be a really exciting match. It's one of the only matches that's survived the elements as well, so I'm sure we're in for a real treat. So we're still awaiting Paul Hartley and his Cove Rangers side, but Alloa are out ready to go. And here is Hartley entering the fray once again. And they'll do their typical bobbing in between the cones. I wonder if we'll see remember Paul Hartley used to get them on the elastic bands at half time, the Alloa players. I wonder if we'll see that with Cove this afternoon.
Tam Ritchie will put them through their paces at half time, I'm sure. I mean, that worked for us really well, you know, the Tam Ritchie fitness routine. We were one of the fittest teams in the championship that season when Ritchie was really adopting those tactics, so that worked. It was very, very effective.
So the Cove Rangers players do the huddle, the Alloa players gather round. That was just a special mention over the tannoy to Kevin Colley. Kevin equals the club record for the most Alloa appearances previously held by Bobby Gray. Bobby, who played between 1962 and 1971, appeared 359 times for Alloa, and that is what appearance Kevin Colley is on this afternoon, signed by Paul Hartley in 2011, and has gone on to play 359 times, like I said. There'll be a longer appreciation for Kevin's time and contribution in the programme next week, but a fantastic servant for Alloa, and it just goes to show that, you know, what Paul Hartley did for this team and bringing in players of that quality and the loyalty that they've had.
Colley's still here, and he's played for Alloa up through the 3 leagues that we've been in, and just been phenomenal, just a club legend, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, we'll no doubt touch on Colley a little bit later on as the game progresses as well, but it's Alloa that are in possession. Dealt with by Strachan though. It's interesting to see Cove Rangers go with the 2 up top. It doesn't seem like Megason is kind of playing off the left like we've seen in previous weeks. Might just be that slight tactical change with, you know, Scully coming in for McIntosh, just shoring it up a little bit like you said off air.
Yeah, I think so, Kieran. I was actually thinking that we had it all planned out before the game. Megason's going to play wide left, cut inside, but now it looks like he's either playing off McAllister or it's just going to be a straightforward front 2.
Eddington looks for the ball down the left. He finds, it's intercepted by Yo. Gets it up to McAllister. Advantage played with a late foul there by Stephen Hetherington.
McAllister went over awful easy there for a big boy, didn't he? But you know, his play was good.
Andy Graham out to block Megason, but Scully picks up the scraps. No battle there in the middle of the park between him and Grant, but Cove come out with the ball. It's a long ball to the back post looking for Yule, but Dick flicks that clear. Out for an Alloa Cove throw in. He does well. Here's Strachan looking for the long ball, goes over the top. He's found McAllister here. McAllister's drive across goal, it's a good low save from Parry. And Alloa clear their lines. Positive start for Cove, they really are threatening. That's a good opportunity for McAllister.
Yes, good run. You know, McAllister showing his class there. It was an excellent run and a good shot which forced a save on Parry.
That's fine, drop back in, that's fine. Let it be. Stevie, don't go across, Stevie. Stay here, Stevie. Stevie. KC, tell him to stay.
Cove keep the pressure on with Megason here.
Yes, Tico.
Bring it on.
He's intercepted, and here is Megason going through, but it's a tame effort right into the hands of Neil Parry. But another opportunity goes a begging for the visitors.
Cove are pressing us high up the pitch here. I know Megason will snatch onto them as quick as a flash, so another early warning sign for Alloa.
Don't think this will come as a surprise though to Alloa. You know, Cove are high flying. They've had a couple of hard games prior to their previous two, but they're sitting second in the league and quality right the way throughout the team. You know, Alloa would expect a real battle today.
I mean, we said before the game, we're probably the favourites here, but there's not too much in it, and Cove's got experience throughout the team. You know, it's not a young team by any means. They've got a lot of experience through the ranks, and absolutely, you can see how hard this is going to be.
There's Robertson out on the right. And stretching into the play, but O'Donnell's pass is a little bit loose, and Cove win the free kick. Young centre half Graham over the free kick, goes back to his goalkeeper. McAllister up against Graham. Graham wins that battle, but there's Kevin Colley with a neat interception. He's quick on Troughton's tails, but he's done well to hold the ball up there. It's quite similar to the Morton game last Saturday. You know, Cove are really intense with their press, not giving Alloa much time when it gets into their own half.
I think in general, you know, a lot of teams that study us will see that's the best way to play against us. You know, just stifle us to start with. You know, didn't let us get a rhythm in at all. But quite a lot of teams kind of do that. Some teams obviously that's the way they play, but a lot of teams. I think Arbroath here last season kind of really stifled us well. Dick Campbell had obviously done his homework, so I think you know, a lot of folk have noticed that and kind of used that as a sort of key to success against us.
Yeah, no doubt Paul Hartley will have been doing his homework as well. He's never been a stranger to the Rec since leaving. He's here many a time when Cove aren't playing, or Falkirk in his previous job as well, so he'll know the qualities of this Alloa team more than anyone.
Well, Hartley never has to pay to get into the ground, so I'm sure he can come and go as he pleases. I think he kind of deserves that, doesn't he?
No, it's fitting that Kevin Colley's record-breaking appearance is on the day that Paul Hartley returns, isn't it? It's funny how these things all kind of come in a full circle, but what a player he's been over the kind of past 9 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Hartley, obviously, he spotted him having played with him when he was at Celtic, I believe. Colley was in the sort of Celtic youth system. Obviously, Colley went to East Stirling after that, but then came to Alloa. But obviously, Hartley saw his talent, and he certainly wasn't wrong. Certainly wasn't wrong.
No, he's done well, has the wee man, and he's done well there to win a free kick for Alloa at about the halfway line. We were just saying pre-match, he could have been in his testimonial year if he didn't go on that glorified loan spell to Dumbarton.
I'm not sure if we could just forget that ever happened, you know, and just give him the testimonial. I don't know. Depends how much cash he can make. Maybe wait till after COVID we can get some bodies in the door.
It's a long ball in from Headington, looking for Jameson, but it's neat play from Megason just to see that out for a goal kick. Cove's pass is a little bit wayward and Robertson can't quite deal with that. Alloa not quite found their flow this game yet.
It's a bit of a disjointed start, isn't it? But very early days, very early days. Cove have done well, fair play to them. Cove have done really well so far.
Strachan coming out of the defence. It's a neat wee play between Yule and Ross here on the right hand side. And Ross does well to beat Colley. And Andy Graham goes to deck. It looks like he got the ball to me, but McAllister's gone down and a free kick's been awarded for Cove Rangers.
See, it's quite frustrating to watch if he's not on your team, but very, very clever play I think for McAllister there. You know, he knows when to go to ground and win fouls, and that's a quality of a striker and it's a quality McAllister's got.
Another experienced head, Fraser Fivey stands over the free kick here. A one-man wall for the Wasps. But a no wall anymore. As Fivey dinks that into the box, it's flicked on well by Graham, but it's out for a goal kick. Jameson here for the Wasps, looking for the long ball. Puts it into the channel, looking for Dick, but just not found him a little bit too long. Ross will challenge that. Dick comes out on top. Again, Cove pick up the loose ball. Oh, just struggling to get the ball down and find a rhythm here. And here's an opportunity for Megison running onto it. He's onside the number 9. Puts that across goal. It's a great opportunity for Masson. It's spammed by Parry. And it's a fantastic opportunity there for Scully, but it's over the bar.
That was a proper let-off, wasn't it? Really good, really good counter-attack.
Yeah, I don't think the Alloa players are quite aware that Megison was onside, that McAllister was offside, but Megison was miles on, and it's a great ball across goal, and they've had 2 bites at the cherry and not taken any of it.
So to be fair, when they thought McAllister was off, we just hesitated for a second, but a second's all they needed there to kind of go through. Megison, great play. And
it's the corner's gone right across the face of goal, no takers. That's another opportunity. Maybe potentially 3 or 4 good opportunities so far for Cove, and they'll be disappointed they're not 1-0 up.
They're definitely knocking at the door. We've yet to get our kind of rhythm together, but we're patient here, and it'll come. But certainly Cove have started brilliantly. Fair play.
Yeah, they're no strangers to coming up against teams, a couple of leagues above them. They did really well against Hibs, and I was kind of looking at some of their highlights coming into this. Only lost 2-1 to Hibs. It was a really good performance as well.
I've watched the highlights of that as well, and they ran them close even when Hibs were 2-1 up. Cove still had chances in the game, it seemed, so they ran them close. That was early on in the season.
Here is Alloa an opportunity though as Buchanan slips through Colley, but the break of the ball doesn't go in Alloa's favour as Yule comes out with it for Cove. Just Scully in the middle of the park with a bit of space. Puts it on the left to Masson.
You've got 2 here. He's coming, Deco.
Snuffed out by the Alloa defence. It's a good ball into the box, looking for you, but evades the midfielder.
You can see Peter Grant's kind of rearranging the midfield there, kind of just frantically trying to just get a bit of an impression on the game, because we're not really in it at the moment.
Yeah, was going to ask, how did Alloa get a foothold in this midfield, but I really didn't know the answer myself, so I've been hesitating with the question.
I know.
It's another foul, this time Jameson on Megison. Alloa just seem to be half a second too slow up against these Cove attackers so far. Winning a few fouls.
Well, certainly Hartley's got his team up for this. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Fivey is the player over the free kick again. A bit wider than the last one. A decent ball in from Fivey, but Dick clears it. He's been hounded down by Fivey, but he does well. It's a loose ball again from Alloa. And here's Megison, but Graham intercepts that. And here's Alloa with an opportunity to get their first kind of flurry forward. Troughton goes down looking for the foul and wins it.
I think Trout knew what he was doing there, but you seen Trout having to drop deep there to try and get into the game a bit. So obviously we can see Trout playing a sort of more advanced role, but he's having to drop deep to actually get possession here.
It's a clever foul, and I think we're seeing a lot of that from the older heads on the pitch today.
We need that. A bit of experience, a bit of experience.
And with no Innes Murray on the pitch, free kick duties are up for grabs, and it looks like Colley and O'Donnell are over it. So O'Donnell that clips it into the box. It's an inviting ball when Cove don't take any risks and put it out for a corner kick. O'Donnell goes over to take the corner. Cove get it cleared from the throw in. It's flicked on well, but defence deal with it. Alloa with a bit more possession now in the last kind of couple of minutes, finding their feet a little bit in this game.
I think that's what we need, just the dust to settle in the game a wee bit, because Cove have come at it frantic, high tempo, so let's just let the dust settle a bit, get the ball down and play, probably get a bit more success in the game. In the midfield. He's got time to find his pass, he puts out on the left to Milne. 1-2 from him and Mason. It's Yule on the right hand side as well to find a bit of space, puts it across goal. It's a great opportunity for the oncoming Mason. Still there though for Cove. It's Yule's found a bit of space. It's blocked by the Alloa defence. Sculling out. Blocked again by Jameson. Pressure still on here with Fivey. Spread out on the right to Ross. Blocked by Colley and cleared by Dick, but still the frantic nature of this game continues. It's a great drop of the shoulder for Yule there, wasn't it, to get the ball in the box, and that was another real scare.
Good play from Fivey to get away from Troughton there. lofted high in there by Strachan. And it's an Alloa throw in. Peter Grant just telling his Alloa defence to be a bit more assured in the ball, tied it up a little bit.
Well, we had a theory last week, wasn't it, that because Celtic had lost earlier on in the day to Rangers, that maybe it put Peter in a foul mood. But if that's the case, his mood's the same today.
And it won't be helped with that. McAllister goes for a long range effort, a bit ambitious there from the forward. It just shows the confident mood that Cove are in so far. Jameson's long ball finds Dick. Brings Buchanan into the game and gets it back off the number 9. Big crowd there in the corner flag, but Buchanan's still got it. It's found Liam Dick again. Alloa do well to maintain possession, and they look to fashion an opportunity. It's a good bit of space there from Troughton. Lays up Buchanan. It's a great volley and it's a good save from Mackenzie. Alloa's first real chance of the game. Good play. It's probably the first time we've really got a string of passes together, and you can see the danger when we do. Very close, very close. Neat play from Troughton again. Just that awareness to bring Buchanan into the game. Total experience, and shot was good. Save was good. Much better. And here's the corner kick. It's a decent ball in. It's headed clear by a blue shirt into the hands of Mackenzie, but went over the line on our corner. Another good ball by O'Donnell, and it's Troughton at the back post, and his header's over the bar. Found a little bit of space there, Troughton. I think he wasn't really expecting it. Kind of came at him quite quick, but maybe should have hit the target. Megason's done well to bring that down expertly and to evade pressure from Colley and Dick. And look at Megason go. He fancies the shot. He's taking a deflection, and it's inches wide of the post. Megason causing all sorts of problems to that Alloa defence. That was terrific stuff from Meganson. I was a bit worried there when I saw Neil kind of turn round, a bit confused with the shot, but thankfully it went wide. And it's quickly a corner kick at the other end for the visitors. Masson whips it in. Looks for Milne, but it's over the bar. Now, I don't know if I'm just being naive, but I don't think we ever really saw this type of Mitch Megason play for Alloa. Obviously 2 spells on loan under Paul Hartley, and then he came back the season we were relegated as well. Obviously deployed in a little bit of a different position, but he's certainly kicked on leaps and bounds, hasn't he? It just kind of shows you that confidence, a run of games, all can do wonders for a player, and he looks excellent. You're right. He was probably at the time he was at Alloa, he was kind of jumping about, loan here, loan there. Still at Aberdeen at the time. But he's certainly come on as a player, and you can see that here. That's much better. Wee intricate play from Alloa, and it's Grant, and now Robertson fires it into O'Donnell, but he does well. And Grant looks to get through Colley, but it's a good interception there from 5'8". O'Donnell's hogged down to the floor, but fairly by the referee's reckoning. It's early days in the game, and we'll see how it develops, but we're talking about maybe Cove trying to emulate Hartley's success here at Alloa, which was back-to-back promotions, but they look the real deal here. They probably look as good as anything I've seen this season. That's even in the league, excellent, really good. I'd have to agree with that as well. But here is an opportunity for Alloa. Buchanan looks to slip through Troughton, but just a bit too heavy. No, you're right. We've seen Hearts come here, we've seen Hibs come here, but Cove are definitely one of the more impressive sides. Absolutely. No doubt, very ambitious clubs. I think we've got ambitions to go full time and be in the Premiership in the kind of coming years, and there's no reason why they can't as they come forward here. It's Milne, he gets it back, It's a chance for Blair Yule, puts it to the back post. It's a good opportunity, and Masson's shot is inches wide of the post. He's really got to do better. That's another opportunity. I've lost count the amount of clear-cut chances Cove have now had.
It's another good ball, and I think it was from Yule again. And he had all the time in the world. He really should have hit the target there. That's another let off.
Yeah, head in the hands there for Jamie Masson. Here come Alloa looking to make them pay, make them rue those chances, but they've given the ball away again. Jameson goes to that long ball once again, but again it's right into Cove's hands. I'm not sure if this is something that Jameson's been told to do, because he's persistent with it, but it's not really come off this week or last week either when he was kind of going with that type of ball.
We've probably identified that maybe there's the right back needs a gap when he goes forward, and he's maybe trying to push it. Maybe he's told Kev to move in there, but you're right, it's not really worked so far. Certainly not.
And I'm sure Nicky Jameson and Peter Grant don't need us two to tell them that it's not working so far.
Nah, absolutely.
Here he is again, and again he's looking for that ball.
There he goes.
And
So we're talking about it, and you seen the shout for the manager there, telling him go, go. So this is clearly something we've thought about. Better watch in case some of the Cove bench listen to the commentary, yeah, but certainly that's a tactic that obviously the manager's been working on with him.
it's a decent ball through. Nixon's got a bit of space here on the left. He's got Milne in support. Uses Milne. I don't know if it's out for a corner kick. The orders have been parked out by both sets of managers. I'm not sure how much good it'll do now, but here comes the corner kick. Oh, and it's so close. This, I think it's Scully that's headers just past the post once again.
They're stretching us, they're really worrying us. now they're worrying us with set pieces as well. So, it's been a great start for Cove.
Couldn't tell if that was Ross or Scully that got the flick on there, but inches past the post anyway. But Alloa get the break of the ball here with Colley, brings Troughton into the game. Troughton slipped through Kevin Colley once again, who hits it first time and wins a corner for Alloa. Quick counter there for the Wasps.
Hey, we were expecting a good game here, but it's certainly set up that way, innit? Because Cove have been on top, but we're starting to come into it as well, and there's always chances. This could go anyway here. This is brilliant. Excellent game.
It's a real ding-dong battle so far. O'Donnell goes to the front post, is bouncing about the box. Troughton's shot hits off the arm of the Cove Rangers defender. He's pointed to the spot. It's a penalty to Alloa. Plenty of protests from the blue shirts. It's so close, it comes at him so fast. It definitely hit his arm though.
I don't like penalties being given for that, but it's a penalty, innit? You know, judging by what you see penalties given for now. It's hit his arm. I feel sorry for him because I didn't believe penalties should be given for that, but it is a penalty.
And I think it will be Alan Troughton that will be given the responsibility on his return to the team. Last goal from that exact position against Hearts, if memory serves.
Correct, yep.
So, opportunity to replicate that.
Normally I'd say if I was on behind the goal, Trouts never misses, but I'll try and refrain from saying it here because
you've
I've jinxed him. Game's off here. Game's off. This is a save. Absolutely blew this. Absolutely blew.
Well, let's hope Alan Troughton hasn't heard you. Here's Troughton up against McKenzie. He sends him the wrong way. It's a cool, composed finish from Alloa's number 10. His 5th goal of the season. He's marked his return from injury and he's put Alloa 1-0 in front.
Yep, I was lucky there. I was lucky
Never in
there.
doubt.
Usually folk are panicking around me when you get a penalty, and I usually say, Troughton never misses. Flanagan as well, two of them, never miss.
Great to have Troughton back in the team, and that's what he gives you, just that cool head. And I know we were worrying about it in the stands, but he would have been confident he wasn't missing that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Somewhat against the run of play, as we've said so far, but yep, as we said, Alloa have become more a threat in the game, and it's good to be one ahead. Certainly a relief.
Yeah, I think Cove will feel quite hard done by with the manner of the goal and the way that the game's panned out, but no complaints here from us in the terracing, so we're quite, and Peter Grant will be quite happy that his side lead 1-0. And the ball comes off of the hand of Ray Grant, and with what has just been before, the protests are a little bit louder than what they would have normally been. No free kick given.
I think it's only the ref that couldn't see that there, but just watching. One of those things.
Sometimes they go for you, sometimes they don't. That's it. Swings and roundabouts.
Well, we had a run there with Dundee especially. I see refs seem to be allergic to giving us decisions against Dundee, so we've had a few knocks this season, so let's just take the good ones when they come.
Here come Cove once again. It's Milne with a bit of space on the left hand side. It's a good save from Neil Parry, this time with his feet. Another shot on target for Cove. And we talking to 4 or 5 as well, I think.
School teacher chat there from the ref. No more, none of yous.
I know. No point complaining. It's not like they could pick the ball out the back of the net anymore. It is done like the referee says, but they have a point to prove now. Cove, and they're still threatening here. It's Masson. Fivey dispossesses him, but then he's dispossessed by Hetherington. Not many options in front of him, so he goes back to Grant. I know it's great when the fans here is obviously not great, but to hear the referee give his talking down word for word is always quite interesting.
Just telling them all off. Obviously, Fivey, I don't know if he's captain today, but he's kind of the most senior player, and he's like, no more, none of yous. It's always good. Clearly they were giving the ref a bit of stick, but it's just the way the game was going. They felt aggrieved at the handball, and these things happen in a game.
Here come Cove once again. McAllister. It's a poor ball by McAllister, but it's picked up by Scully, who has slipped in Megason. Megason puts on his right and fires it out over the bar.
Often find that you find out quite a lot about a team when they're behind in a game, right? So if they go behind, you go, right, let's see what they're made of now. But I tell you, they've not really missed a step, Cove here. They've got a bit of sting in their tail. They feel a bit aggrieved at the way the goal went, but no, they're still a major threat here.
I thought when Megason, lined that one up, it was going to replicate his goal against Clyde the other week. We spoke about that. It was a great goal, and it looked all so familiar when it left his foot. But thankfully for Alloa's sake, it was over the bar this time.
Megan's is a threat for everywhere here, as we thought, and Cove front two looks really good, and they're getting supply to them as well.
Here's O'Donnell on the right hand side, forced back to Andy Graham. And that's a clear push from Fivey on Hetherington. And Stephen Hetherington's a brave man. Just telling Peter Grant to relax. They're 1-0 up. Rather him than me telling them that.
I actually thought, Hetherington got put in a bit of a bad place there for Jamieson. Maybe shouldn't have gave him the ball there, but nah, Clearly the bench is a bit fired up.
It's a good ball, and Liam Dick looks to flick it on, but he's lost out, and here comes Five on the right hand side. He's done well and switched out to Masson. Megison does well to flick that onto McAllister, but his pass is intercepted. I think that was one that I looked at pre-match as well, that battle between Hetherington and Fraser Five. It looks set to be a really interesting one, and it certainly has been a battle so far, hasn't it?
Well, most of it's happened in our half, because obviously Hetherington sitting deep in 5-age, pushing up high tempo to get to him, but certainly an interesting battle between the two of them. They're not scared to have a kick at each other, so it should be interesting the whole day.
O'Donnell just holds on to it a little bit too long there, but gets away with it. I'll have the throw in.
Hold it.
It's good play from Buchanan, but Colley just shows a little bit too much strength there. Hetherington's flick on's put his defence in a potential bit of bother, but Graham deals with it.
Come on!
Again, Cove are picking up the scraps, and it's trickled back to their goalkeeper. Here's Yule in the middle of the park, but good play from Hetherington. But Cove still have it with Megison. Here's Ross. Looks to slip through Megison. It's good, smart play there from Dick. And Megison's definitely not happy with that, and I really don't see any problems with that. It's just smart defending from Dick, isn't it?
No, I don't think it was certainly unintentional. He didn't mean to block him off. I mean, Megison kind of just ran into the back of him. So maybe a striker always gets aggrieved with that. Maybe not the extent that he seemed to there.
I think they just are very, very frustrated just with how this game's panned out so far, and it's starting to show a little bit.
And they absolutely shouldn't be, because I think it's going to plan for them. Apart from obviously they don't want to be a goal down, but kind of their play, it's going to plan for them pretty well. They should certainly not be frustrated, because they've done really well so far.
Colley's clipped down by Strachan, and a free kick for Alloa at the halfway line. Colley just can't get that under control, and Cove latch onto that loose touch. Long ball looking for Yule, but Dick deals with that, finds Colley with his knockdown. Another loose ball from Alloa. And here is Megison, puts out on the left to Masson, quick play from Cove, another quick counter. Masson does well, deflection, and it's gone into the bottom corner. Jamie Masson gets the goal, and you can't say it's not deserved.
Yeah, I mean, it took a deflection, obviously completely forced Parry in the goal, but they deserve to be level.
Neat replay there from Jamie Masson, just shifting it onto his right there, and he does get a bit of luck with the deflection, but like you said,
they've been a bit of luck, haven't they?
They've been pressing and they've been knocking at the door, so all square here at the end of the drill.
Let's start again, come on!
All came from a loose ball from Alloa as well, and it just shows you how quickly Cove countered on that as well.
think I saw in the last couple of minutes, Troughton seems to be dropping a bit deeper, and I think we just need to match them up man for man in the middle of the park here, because well, they are getting quite a lot of success.
Hetherington's long ball finds the feet of Buchanan, but there's a good battle there, and O'Donnell gets a shot, and Cammy O'Donnell opens his Alloa account. The youngster's been in phenomenal form, and that's an absolutely superb finish past Mackenzie.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I was actually thinking that young Cameron needs to get a bit more into the game, but there you go, there you go. That's him made his mark in the game now. What a goal, what a goal.
An instant return there from Alloa. It's just sat up so nicely for him, and a sweet, sweet finish on his left foot. Keeper no chance.
Absolutely beautiful. I was nearly running up the stand there when he scored, so I had to try and keep the emotions in check, but no, a great goal by the youngster, excellent. That'll be a real boost for him as well.
Yeah, fantastic moment for O'Donnell, and like we said, it's so great that he's been rewarded with another start, obviously with the return of some of the more senior pros, but that's why he's in the team. He's got that quality. He definitely seems to be a real player.
He's there on merit, and I think I was talking about it in the programme during the week that he's kind of went from, it's nice to see a youngster coming on every now and again, you know, coming for the bench, to actually staking his claim in the team. So no, he's there on merit, and that was a great goal, great goal.
Yeah, that really was a fantastic goal, and so great that for Alloa's sake that they didn't kind of sit on that 1-1 for too long, because Cove would have definitely been fancying their chances to get themselves in front.
We are talking about how Cove are playing well and kind of, you know, overrunning us in some areas, but we've always got that quality, kind of, you know, make our mark, and you can see it here. You know, we've got that class that every time we have got the ball and actually put some passes together, we've done something with it, and we've created a chance, or certainly a threat. So, oh, this could be quite interesting. You know, there could be a lot more goals in this game.
Long ball looking for Masson, but it's out for a shy on the far side. Good wee one-touch passing there from Cove Rangers. Good play there from Dicklow. Alloa finding their feet a little bit, stringing a few passes together. It's a great ball from Colley to Buchanan. Puts it across goal. Cleared though and out for a throw-in. Good to see Alloa, you know, stringing some, you know, passages of play themselves now a little bit, one-touch passing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, you know, kind of key, your kind of gap between League One and Championship tends to be your defence, you know, and you can see that we're creating problems every time we kind of get this Cove defence, and maybe that's just a place where they might have to think that they might strengthen a wee bit if they want to come up to Championship. And if they go full time, which we think they will, I'm sure they will.
O'Donnell brings that down well. And it's good wee play from Kevin Colley, a nice wee back heel. And Hetherington's ball to Dick is just intercepted.
It's not been their best half, but Colley and Town are just brilliant to watch, brilliant. Just such good players.
You really can't switch off when, you know, players of that quality are up against you. It's not the most assured header from Jameson though, and McAllister latches onto that. Brings in Megison. Finds Scully with a bit of space on the edge of the box. Puts out to Milne, and he puts it out to Hawk Hill Road. There's a lot of familiarity. You can see that this is a Paul Hartley team, can't you? You know, they play the way that really successful Alloa team did coming up through the ranks, don't they? Just their style of play, their pressing, their passing, the movement.
High tempo, work as a unit, well drilled, well organised. You know, it's all the elements that we saw when Hartley was here. Certainly similar.
Hetherington goes long, it's a little bit ambitious, and it's into the hands of Mackenzie. Here's Ray Grant, puts it out to right. O'Donnell's not quite on the same wavelength as him, and Milne picks up that. Here comes Fivey driving forward. Just a little bit too long there for Megison. Ray Grant dropping in once again to the defence. That's a poor ball there from Jameson. Out for a throw in. And the referee blows.
appreciate it already, and it's going to be a steady shift, and it's going to be easier to deal with, and it's means and easier for the next thing to do.
Something got to be more.
Live tutorial recliner from
place in there, one of the units was.
At half time, Stefan Skugel has come on for Alan Troughton. Not sure if that's maybe something pre-decided, you know, two players coming back from injury, a half each potentially, or just a wee niggle or knock, or maybe just tactical. But Troughton had been playing well, I thought.
I think you're right, Kieran. I'd imagine that's either a knock or it's something they've arranged before the game. But it's like for like, really, I suppose, in terms of what we're looking at. Good to see Skugel back, obviously.
Yeah, really good to see Skugel back. I think we were so eager to get him playing, and then he finally started, looked really good, got a goal against Arbroath, impressed against Hibs, and then he seemed to be right back where he started in terms of fitness, so it's good to see him back on the pitch.
He was just starting to integrate himself in the team when he obviously got injured again, so great to have him back, great to have him back.
What do you think Peter Grant said to his team at half time? Because although they went in 2-1 up, they were definitely they definitely didn't go in too happy. They weren't the better team in the first half. So what do you think Peter Grant said to his...
Probably quite a lot of expletives in his mood. I think we need to get on the ball a bit more, but think I was saying before the end of the first half, there's no disgrace playing on the back foot here. Playing on the back foot's fine, you know. It doesn't make you more inferior or anything like that. No, it's probably just you're just playing into the game the way the game's going. So let's just soak this up a little bit and give Cove a bit less space on the ball and maybe just push on, because as we said, whenever we go forward, we look like we're going to score. We've got the quality to do damage. So that's what I would say if I was Grant, but probably that's why I'm sitting here and he's down in the dressing room, But I think just get on the ball a bit more. Certainly our centre midfielders need to just get the ball down and play a bit more.
Here come Cove Rangers with their first opportunity to attack. Pops it back to 5-8. Switches it out in the left to Milne. It's a good ball in from Milne, but ricocheted off of Graham and out for a corner kick. Pressure immediately on for this Alloa back line. And Parry spilled the corner kick and he saved the rebound there. It's a good save from Neil Parry. I'm not sure who that is that's taking the strike. I think it might be Scully or Strachan or Milne. Third time lucky.
Yeah, I think you're right, number 3.
Yeah.
Look at the team sheet there.
Harry Milne with the opportunity, but Parry recovered well to tip that one over the bar. It's another inviting ball in, and it's fired over. Oh no, it's not even gone out from McAllister. It's still in. Oh, do well to win the goal kick. I know with this lockdown, it's the waiting list for the opticians is about 6 months, so making out faces and squad numbers is quite a challenge sometimes. But
and my eyesight's terrible with floodlights, so this is a nightmare.
But another good opportunity there for Cove, and they've kind of started on the front foot like they did in the first half.
I think you made a good point at half time, Kieran, that the boy Harry Milne has looked pretty good at left back for Cove. He's had a pretty decent game.
Yeah, he does look very impressive. Steady at the back, but also striving forward at every opportunity. Good balls into the box as well.
I think if I was, I don't know your age obviously, if I was maybe 25 years younger, if I was going to start playing football, I don't think I'd want to be a full back. I think that's the hardest position on the pitch.
We're expected to do so many roles. That's a great ball from Buchanan. O'Donnell stayed on side and he's got a little bit of space here on the right. He's going to probably look to go on his left. He does well, dances onto his left foot, fancies the shot right into the hands of Mackenzie.
Could see why he took the shot on there. Obviously he's got a bit of confidence after his strike in the first half, but he made the space well. Maybe should have crossed, but fair play to him taking the shot.
It's a long ball. McAllister's flicked it on well, but Robertson deals with the oncoming Mitch Megason. Hetherington here for Alloa. To Jameson. Squiggle's first real involvement, he's dispossessed, but Jameson comes firing in and clears it. Might have taken Megason in the process. He's holding his ankle. Strong but fair from the big centre half.
Fine, you know, I mean, he's got a knock, it was a bad one, but no, there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that at all. I think he apologised to Megason as well. Megason's fine with it,
He's done well there, player Yule gets the ball into the box as well, but Robertson gets that back to where it came from. Nira Scully wins the free kick there. Liam Dick, the accused. Decent opportunity for Cove to get some bodies in the box.
Don't know who takes free kicks for Cove, but I'm assuming it's going to be one of their sort of star guys up top that's going to take this.
Yeah, if Ivy took the first and the first couple in the first half, but certainly seems to be a few more standing over this one. Goal scorer Masson as well. It will be Fraser 5-8. Takes it short to Jamie Masson, and it's wasteful from Cove. Seems bonkers, you know, an opportunity to get the ball in the box, and that's the tactic that you choose. But
I was quite glad because it was quite a cheap free kick to give away, I thought, so I'm glad nothing came out.
their crosses have been causing problems already in the first half, so in the second half.
Yep.
So you were expecting them to put something in the area again, but not to be. Kevin Colley stands up to Cove pressure well. Grant puts it into the channel. A hopeful ball, but intercepted by Fivey. Mackenzie finds Milne well, and it's a strong tackle there from Robertson, but it's fallen in favour of Cove and Ross as he drives forward. And it's good play there from Yule, positive attacking play, but it's just about snuffed out from the Alloa defence, but causing real problems there, Blair Yule on the right hand side.
He's had a terrific game, Yule, but I think we switched off a bit there. I don't know if it was Colley or Dick, but didn't seem to know that Yule was behind him there, but he did well.
A wee bit of precaution there we're hearing for the Alan Troughton injury as well. No point taking any risks when you've got someone like Skugel waiting in the wings, and hopefully it's not too serious a setback.
You said at the start of the game, Kieran, you were spot on. There's a strong bench Alloa's got, so there's no need to take any chances. Troughton's a key guy for us, and we need him back playing every week, so right thing to do, take him off.
5-8 finds McAllister, but O'Donnell does well to track back, and neat feet from O'Donnell, finds his way out from a crowd of players, and it's a fantastic long ball over the top to Liam Buchanan. Buchanan keeps it up, keeps it in, stands up striking. Opportunity still here for Alloa. Gets the ball into the box, it's flicked out clear by Graham. Jamie Masson looks to come out of defence, but great play there from Stefan Skugel, good strength and skill.
Timing as well, just superb.
It's a good ball into the box, so Buchanan gets a wee flick on, but it's into the hands of Mackenzie.
There's Skugel showing his class, as we said there. Just his timing, you know, he knew when to press, the right time to go there, that was just excellent. Just shows his class.
Yeah, he's not really got into the second half just yet, but that just goes to show you he just needs a wee sniff of the action, and he's right in there.
Absolutely.
It's a loose ball from Alloa straight to Milne, and it's a good wee bit of play in McAllister here. Jameson's over to cover for Alloa's. here come Alloa out of defence with Grant. And Buchanan's offside, but Skoogle's not offside, and he just can't keep it in.
I don't know if he was. I think he got a shout for somewhere, but I didn't think he was.
He certainly gave up the ghost
He
anyway.
gave up, and I think he was okay. It's probably easier for us because we're right in the stand here. It's easier to see from above, but I thought he was okay there.
It's 5-8 for Cove. Intercepted by Dick. Neat wee bit of play there from Cove, and here comes Strachan coming out of defence, but easily intercepted. But Scully picks up the loose ball, switches it out on the left to Milne. Milne up against O'Donnell. O'Donnell blocks that. There's Milne coming into the box. He gets the break of the ball there. He's claiming for the penalty. It would have been very harsh, I think.
He's kind of hanging about there, waiting for a tackle to come in. You know, it's almost like he's expecting it to come, and when it doesn't come, you're no.
Yeah, I think it would have been very, very harsh.
Oh,
It's not like they're going to just welcome you into the box.
oh my God.
But the corner is cleared at the front post by Colley, but it's fallen to 5. He's fired it over the bar.
See if you hadn't let that bounce there, that might have been to hit that straight in the volley there might have been a better option for him.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for Fraser Fyvie. I think it'd be rude to go through this whole match without mentioning that he's the only player in the park to actually win the Scottish Cup.
Yep,
With
correct.
Hibs back in 2016, also an FA Cup winner with Wigan as well. So, to have that experience in your ranks is something else at this level.
There isn't a lot of players, certainly playing now, that can say they've won both those tournaments. So, fair play.
Andy Graham adventuring forward, puts it out to O'Donnell on the right, comes back on his left, puts it into the back post looking for Buchanan. Buchanan up against Yule, but Yule gets the better of Alloa forward. Just wonder how long it will be till the introduction of Robert Thompson. We spoke about it at half time, and not any slate on Buchanan at all. You just wonder, it has been a kind of traditional substitution. It seems the game that he's made for him.
I think you're right. I think the game is made for him. I was actually just thinking that myself. The most inevitable substitution in football history, I think. But
and as we speak, he has emerged.
There it is.
He's emerged, hit it out as if by magic.
The big fella took his cue there, but no. I think it's a right change to make. I think the game's kind of crying out for a bit of presence up top, and Thompson definitely provide that.
Cammy! He's coming now, Cammy!
Alloa will have to deal with this Cove attack first. It slipped through, it's driven across goal. Masson just can't get any clean connection on it.
Come on in. Put it away! Put it away!
But the attack's still on. It's Scully with a bit of space at the edge of the box, lines up the shot. Blocked.
Go on, Cammy! Go on, Cammy! Get you!
Blocked once again by Alloa. McAllister seems to be onside. He's done well, he's put it across goal, but Jamieson's recovered well and put that one out for a corner kick. Throw in, sorry. And the substitute will be made. And as if by magic, Wayne Buchanan comes off for Robert Thompson.
Those Bucks, I'd maybe go right to the other side of the park.
But not bad to bring off your top goal scorer off the bench. 6 goals already for Robert Thompson this season.
Stay on your feet! Stand up!
wee bit of lack of communication there, but no risks taken, and it's fired out for another throw in for Cove. Strachan out on the right to Ross. Takes it down well. Just delays over the free kick for the cross a little bit too long, and I'll intercept. And it's a real test of Peter Grant's management to keep Robert Thompson, who is your top goal scorer, happy when he has just been an impact sub all season. It takes some sort of kind of special management to do that.
I know, but it's where he's getting the best out of him in terms of effective use of him. He's better off the bench in terms of his impact. He's still playing every week. You're right, no player wants to start on the bench, but we're getting the best out of him that way. Might not be forever, you know, it could change, but at the moment it's the most effective use.
A wee slip there from Robertson, but not capitalised on by Cove. And it looks like they're preparing another substitution. I've never seen Peter Grant make so many subs in my life.
I thought he was bringing, is it Murray coming on?
It's Innes Murray that's coming on.
I saw Paddy Conley speaking to him.
I think it just speaks testament of the players coming back from injury and just having strong options on the bench to bring on.
I think he can't believe he's got 6 guys on the bench and he's just getting a bit excited.
Long ball's won by McAllister, but he's just a tad offside. And Innes Murray will come on, and as we probably would expect, it's Cammy O'Donnell, another fine performance from the youngster. Opened his Alloa account, but his afternoon is over, and he is replaced by Innes Murray.
I think the change is right. O'Donnell's goal was superb, and that's another start for him and another good outing.
You can see Innes Murray's gone straight into the middle of the park, and Scoogle's drifted out into kind of the wide area that O'Donnell is, so it just kind of shows up that middle of that midfield a little bit.
Yep. Absolutely. So Cove are still threatening, and this game's far from over, but I think we're coping with them a bit better this half. Certainly they're sort of bigger players, 5A, McAllister, Meganson, aren't they running as much riot perhaps as they did in the first half? And I say that, and this is what will happen, you know. One of them will score a rocket in the top bag here.
But it's a McAllister shot that's blocked by Graham, and it's not too far away. Opened Alloa up pretty well there, and Graham's done well to get down and block that effort by McAllister.
I just saw that break, my heart sank there. Oh no.
It's another inviting ball into the box, this time cleared by Grant. Come out to 5-8. Robertson puts that one out. Still there for Cove, and it's going to fall to Masson. Tries a cross goal, but into the hands of Neil Parry. Picks the advertising boards in frustration. He picks up the loose ball there from the header. Mackenzie goes long onto this near side, but Robertson's over well to cover. Here's Strachan for Cove, out to Ross. Alloa now pressing. Pass back to his goalkeeper. Ivy dropping into defence. It's a smart ball there from Fraser Fivey, brings Milne into the game and slips through Masson. Masson back to Milne. It's another corner kick for Cove. It's a ball into the 6-yard box, but cleared by Andy Graham. Headed back in though by Strachan. Cove go down looking for the penalty. A bit theatrical there from Harry Milne.
We'd have shouted for it, right, if it was up the other end, but no, didn't seem too much in it, did there?
No, I don't think that's a penalty. It never helps the player that goes down's case when they fling their arms up and make it as theatrical as possible either, but a little bit soft, yeah.
We'd have probably shouted for it, then laughed.
That's true. But here's Yule keeping the pressure on, but a wayward ball from Yule and a strong challenge between Dick and Megison. Cove again come out with the ball. It's intercepted by Grant. And I think Masson's fallen out of the game a little bit. He's becoming a little bit frustrated. Some wayward passes, and head seems to be down a little bit after his goal.
I don't know if it's deliberate or no, but I think we're just soaking this up and coping reasonably well. And again, don't want to curse it, but you know, I'm fairly quite comfortable with how this game's panning out. Obviously, there's still a danger. We're only 2-1 ahead, but I don't feel as worried as I did first half.
Ivy does well to sniff out the danger. And his ball's trickled through to Scully, and here come Cove on the counter attack. Megison. Deflected passes from McAllister's put across goal, and Megison's shot is well saved by the chest of Neil Parry. And it's come back off of Megison out for a goal kick. Another big let off there for Alloa.
Yeah, excellent move from McAllister. I think in the past when I've watched McAllister, if he starts getting frustrated, his influence in the game starts to go, but he's still right in this game. Fair play to him.
It's another big save from Neil Parry. He's had quite a few this afternoon. It's a decent ball though, looking for Skugel. The keeper's come out though, fulfilled his sweeper-keeper duties and dealt with that.
There's a wee tug on Skugel there when he was moving. It wasn't much in it, but I thought, ref obviously didn't see it.
And he's not really a player for shouting and moaning and complaining, Skugel. He's quite a quiet wee character on the pitch, but just gets on with it.
I think your class acts, obviously you have players that have got fire and passion, but your class acts just kind of stroll through games, and certainly you're right, he's not a player that moans about everything.
Long balls intercepted by Cove once again. Graham forced to go back to Fivey. It's a neat wee turn there from Yule. That's a very good challenge there from Colley. Oh, Thompson does well, holding off the big defender Graham, and he slipped through Murray, but it's just going to swerve out. Got a chance for Alloa to potentially press him into that corner, but they've taken it quickly and manoeuvred themselves out quite well.
Yes, and that's just to be here.
Megison drops deep and it's a fantastic switch out to the left from Masson.
Stand up, Robbo, move your feet,
Masson driving into the box, fancies the shot. It's taking a wee nick on the way, but it's just wide of the post.
That could have went anywhere. Through a host of bodies there, anything could have happened.
Another corner kick for Cove Rangers. It's a deep ball in, and I think it's actually gone out, which is can add to Masson's frustrations of the second half. Graham goes long looking for Robert Thompson. Holds it up well, Thompson with the pressure from Graham. Murray picks up that pass, brings in Thompson. Thompson looks for the spectacular back heel. It's not quite come off though, and here come Cove. Reagan recovers well, puts it out for another corner kick. These stats are going to be well into the teens, maybe even higher than that.
It's just the kind of game it's been in it, but it's been a while since we've put any kind of decent passage of play together, and that'll be a concern to the manager.
Another decent ball into the area. Parry punches it clear. And it's just again on the same wavelength as Murray and Scugo, and both will have possession once again. And like you say, it will be a frustration and a worry for Peter Grant because he's used all his subs. What is out there is I've got to see is out this game.
Yep, the subs have not really made much an impact in the game so far. Scugo aside, obviously, because he came on at half time. But yeah, it's quite concerning. I think if Cove equalised, I don't think we could have many complaints, to be honest.
And another corner kick on this far side. It's a decent ball in right into the top of Neil Parry again, punch clear under pressure. That was only Cove's 10th corner of the game. I definitely
got the stats. I
felt it was more than that, but
it feels like it.
The stats are definitely in Cove's favour, but the one that matters is the scoreline, and Alloa are still leading this game, and they have an opportunity to counter. It's another poor ball low from Liam Dick, and the counter-attack breaks up once again for Alloa. Trying to put the pressure on now. He's gone back to Mackenzie. Thompson carries on the press, and here come Alloa on numbers, but both play it out well, and it's a great wee passage of play, and Megison's driving into the box. It's a good opportunity for Megison. Low save, fall to McAllister, and he bundles it home to equalise for Cove Rangers. A quick counter attack. Mitch Megison found the opportunity in the box. Parry once again made the save, but it fell kindly to Rory McAllister, who's bagged his 6th goal of the season. And like we were just saying a couple of minutes ago, Cove are probably due an equaliser.
It's thoroughly deserved, I think. I don't think we're going to have any complaints. Megison was Ritmers for pace there, and McAllister finished off the rebound as we know he's capable of. All to do.
really haven't got into this second half at all, but they've got to find something from somewhere.
Assuming we're extra time, replays didn't count.
Yeah, we're extra time and penalties. No trip up to.
Oh, that'd be great. In the normal world, you know, I'd be sitting quite happy. Get a replay, take a couple of days off work, go to Cove, you know, make a day, you know. I'd be quite happy standing on the terrace and in the real world. Yeah, we need to get our act together here.
Just giving forward to Stefan Skugel. A little bit of space on the left if he can get it out there, but he just can't. But Colley's up again, wins the free kick for the high foot there from 5'8". Looking to get their noses in front quickly once again. Headington over the free kick. Aims for Jameson at the back post.
Come on in, get him, Nick. Come on, Nick. Strong side.
Jameson does well. Strong from Jameson, but oh no, he has won the corner.
Corner, yep, corner.
Wasn't quite sure what way that went there. Nice to have a corner of our own. Skugel will go over and take. The ball into the area, it's bouncing about, cleared by Milne.
Again, Kevin.
Kevin Colley's got a bit of. He's not got any time or space, and here come Cove, and the blue shirts flood forward. It's a poor ball though, and it will be into the hands of Neil Parry. Frustrating once again for Alloa.
I think in the last 10 minutes we just have to try and test this Cove backline. I think every time we do test them we create something dangerous, but we just need to actually get up the park and actually threaten them.
Skugel goes down and it doesn't look like he's getting back up, and that's not good for Alloa. Having made all 3 substitutions, but he does get to his feet. Seems okay. Might just be one of those impact on a day like today. Hopefully just can run it off, but keep an eye on that. Seems to be alright. Crisis averted.
I don't know if we can make an extra sub in extra time if it goes there.
I know there's.
I lose track of this. So I'm getting the thumbs up. Something I should really study.
Yeah, it looks like we can, but I think you can study it till the cows come home. That there's so many rules for so many different competitions that it's hard to keep an eye on.
5 subs, 6 subs. It's crazy.
Neat play there from Headington, just skips away from the pressure from Megison. Here comes Innes Murray. It's again easily dealt with by Cove, but they've invited more pressure on by giving the ball away, and neither team seems to want to keep it for very long. It's a ball into the box, right into the hands of McKenzie. Smart play there from Cove, but just doesn't quite pay off. Alloa come out with possession. It's good wee play from Colley. Gets Skugel on the right hand side. Murray's got a little bit of space. It's a tame effort right into the Cove defender. I don't think that's a foul.
I think that was right.
Alloa still got the ball though. 1-2 from Graham and Headington. Graham puts out on the right to Colley. Ray Grant's got a little bit of space. Looks like he's going to line up the shot. Nope, opts to go on the left-hand side. Cove camped on that defensive line there. Dick does well to keep possession for Alloa. Google drops in, picks up possession, does well on the half turn there. And again he's hogged down by Fraser Fivey, and they're not happy with that. The players go head to head. Fivey gets a yellow card for his struggles. I think it's a couple of times that Scoogle's just been kicked down, and I think he's just had enough of it.
He's not happy. He's certainly not happy with it. It was great play from Scoogle. Bit of class there, and yeah, deserves yellow card for Fivey.
Substitution for Cove as well. The goal scorer, Rhoda McAllister, comes off for Leighton McIntosh. Another experienced forward comes on for Cove.
Well, they've got plenty of options, haven't they? I mean, McIntosh is a guy we spoke about before the game. It's a guy that I probably would have taken to Alloa a couple of years back. You know, he had a couple of good seasons at Arbroath, Airdrie. I know he was at Peterhead as well, but he's a good player, McIntosh.
Yeah, one that's always impressed. He's entered the fray, but his first Hetherington's free kick straight into the hands of Mackenzie. I think I read as well that you know, when he dropped down to part-time from Dundee and Wrexham as well, that he decided to start his own brand. He's also an artist,
is he?
As well as a part-time footballer, so a man of many talents.
What does he make?
He draws paintings of edgy. I've got absolutely no artistic knowledge at all, so I'm just going to stop myself
you get half a
halfway
story
through that
here.
sentence. But
That was great.
they look good. They do look good, and yeah, quite modern art, I would say. That's my reckoning of it. But here's Thompson, and he's offside. It did look like he was offside. Doesn't seem to be too many complaints from the striker himself.
Knowing that McIntosh was an artist, we could have bought a piece, got him to sign it today, man.
Oh, that's it.
That's what I'm going to do tonight. Look up Leighton McIntosh's art pieces. Sure, they're magic. Sure, they'll be great.
I'm sure he'll thank us for all this free advertising as well.
Well, you've gave it some build up, so let's have a good look. That's brilliant.
I'll take the throw in quickly, and it's Kevin Colley here. Finds Innes Murray in the edge of the box. It's just a little bit too loose. Robertson puts it into the back post looking for Thompson. It's never really going to challenge anyone. McIntosh wins it well, and Masson's got acres of space here on the left hand side. But his pass is wayward. Dick's header's kept in by Colley.
Go on. Come on. Go full. Come on then, let's keep going.
Skirts, you get Mark, skirts.
Fivey heads it back, and Graham helps it back to his goalkeeper as we approach the kind of final 4 minutes of normal time. Milne's pass is intercepted, but 5A's beating Murray to the ball, and Milne completes the interception for him.
We talked about it earlier with Tam Ritchie being at the club and obviously fitness training, but Cove still, you know, really difficult to break down. There's still plenty of energy in the team.
Yeah, that high press and high tempo's not really dropped off for too long in this game at all. A couple of wee spells here and there, but it's pretty much been persistent throughout the second half.
I mean, we had Morton last week. Morton tend to only sort of play that way. 70 minutes they start flagging a bit, but fair play, Cove's kind of kept it up. They haven't really deviated from it at all.
Milne beats Murray to the header once again, and Cove have the throw-in. And it's a late challenge there from Stefan Skugel on Harry Milne. And he gets a yellow card for his struggles. I think that's been coming ever since he came on in the second half. He's a wee guy, but he's definitely got a wee bit of a bite on him.
Yep.
Milne takes it short to 5, he gets it back off of the midfielder, switches it out to Strachan. Looked like Alloa had an opportunity to really put the pressure on Graham, but they didn't, and Cove come out with possession. Skugel once again battling with Milne. Here's 5-8. And it's a yellow card for Grant, and my eyes followed the ball, so I didn't actually see what quite happened there.
No, neither did I. No, sorry, I missed it.
This is a great opportunity, just a couple of minutes from time. 5-8 fancies it.
It's quite far out.
I've seen them score from that distance here though.
Absolutely.
And it's an absolute thunderbolt by Ryan Strachan. The centre half has absolutely fired that into the top corner on the 89th minute. What a strike.
Yeah, it was a beauty. It was an absolute beauty, to be fair to the boy.
Everyone was, all eyes were on Fraser 5-8, and the centre half just come up and absolutely lashed that into the top corner.
It looked like Parry had absolutely no chance at all. No chance at all.
And for the first time, Alloa fall behind as the snowy sleet falls down. And they've not got a lot of time to get themselves back into it either.
Here's a chance.
An opportunity of their own here at the free kick. Murray whips it in. McKenzie spills it, but it's cleared from 5-8. And Masson's got all the space to run into. And his ball slipped through. And now he's going to take it into the corner flag. He comes back on himself. And there he goes. Keeps possession for Cove Rangers. And that'll be so frustrating for Peter Grant. You know, they've not really been as good as they have in the first half, and they still managed to kind of score 2 goals and get their noses in front of the crucial point.
Yep, absolutely frustrating. I think it's been flat second half, flat performance, and I think, you know, credit where it's due. I think Cove deserve to be in front.
Yeah, the substitutes haven't quite worked the way that we thought they would either, and it's just kind of just fallen a bit of a damp squib for Alloa.
Yeah, it happens. These things happen. I mean, a lot of the time, most of the time, Grant substitutions work really well. So you know, I think we just have to give credit to Cove Rangers today. I think.
Hetherington's free kick is right into the arms of Mackenzie, and he'll take ample time to throw it out to Strachan. And the referee blows full-time whistle here at the Underdrill Stadium, and quite a fascinating encounter. It's finished Alloa 2, Cove Rangers 3. Cove progress into the last 32 of the Scottish Cup, beating a team in the top 2 tiers for the first time in their history. Alloa will be very frustrated, having led twice in this game, but Paul Hartley has come back to haunt his former team.
I just don't think we did enough in the second half. We didn't do enough to win the tie. I thought that we were fairly comfortable at the back, but Cove kept knocking at the door. There was plenty of warnings there, and the goals came for them. And the third goal was a cracker. You know, a belter.
Yeah, it was a fantastic finish to round off this game. They really were. It was a typical kind of Paul Hartley's performance with the tempo and the passing, and like you say, Alloa just never really clicked. It's a frustrating day for Alloa. They will have to dust themselves off. There's no game on Tuesday night anymore with the Ayr United game postponed. We are back next Saturday with the task of facing Heart of Midlothians, so it doesn't come easy for us Alloa team, but there's no Scottish Cup this year for Alloa. It's finished Alloa 2, Cove Rangers 3. Thank you very much, Brian, for joining us.
Thanks,
Go
Jim.
get some warmth to yourself. Thank you very much for joining us this evening on Wasp TV.
Made the substitute
Christchurch and Dyke.
No, even though they just snapped at the end.
Really?
Oh, South
God,
Park.
very American Hartley.
Yeah, that's what it's named after South Park.
Very American Hartley.
Poor Jerry.
Played off the park for long spells, Brian.
Second half.
He's around the camera, so stop shouting into my camera.
Second half.
For the intensive purposes, that's exactly. Working in fog.
I mean, that's one of the games we watch, and the team's doing alright.
I think the BBC just took 2 games or something slightly to go ahead again and in the game at Dundee.
That's true, I think. Didn't care it was you. I blame Jerry, man.
This is the goal, so. Oh, that's the second. So it was 85 minutes. Oh, that's 75 minutes.
There, equaliser.
Yeah, I was like, if that is.
Ah, it was with 15 to go and
I've still probably got that. That's the foul. That's the foul. And then there's foul.
I thought I'd done last one.
Grant absolute bastard. Mind we
Did
didn't really see it.
I couldn't see it because it was off the ball as well, which is even more.
He followed the ball there, and that was a little bit of suspension or something, I don't know.